Page 14, Somewhere My Love, from the movie Dr. Zhivago. Let's talk a few things here. Now again, play it like it's written is fine if that's what you want, but I got suggestions. Right at the beginning, see the fingering in the right hand? Starts with a 2. I want you to cross under for the G. A bit awkward, but it's kind of necessary in this case, so go ahead and do that. Now, if your fingers are having a little trouble, look in the first line there, the end of the second measure going into the third measure, this and here. Try and get those notes down at the same time. Might have to practice because it feels a little awkward. Work at it and eventually it won't feel quite so awkward. Yeah. Melody's the top note and that's what we want to connect. Okay, that's the important. I mean, you can connect both notes here, but it's the melody we want to hear. All right. In the second line in the right hand, starts out with, fine. You're going to move the thumb down to the G, and then a third finger on the G flat. Okay, so you can get the D and the F. And then the next line, the thumb's on the F. Right? And then the top of page 15, the first note in the right hand is the fourth finger again. You're already playing fourth finger here. So just put it between phrases, and you need a little silence, so this gives you that silence. The time it takes you to move that down. And the thumb is on the half note in the second measure, right? Now I would recommend on the top of page 15, this first line, second measure, right hand, starting out with the thumb on the I would recommend a 2-5 on the AF. So you can do a 1-4 on the next one. You can connect all of that. If your hand is big enough. It takes a little bit of practice to get that. But it's doable and you'll run across it more and more, so go ahead and work it out. At the bottom of page 15, in the right hand, thumb's on the F. And they're saying 1 and 5 and then 1 and 4. Okay, that's fine. Now remember, you want to connect the melody. Connect the top notes. Alright? You can't connect it if you're using thumb on both bottom notes. There'll be a little bit of silence there, but connect the top. Another way of doing that is you're playing the half note with the thumb, then play the quarter note, the FD, with 2-5. Then you can connect them both if you want. That works too. The left hand just got the chords. At the bottom of page 14 in the left hand, look at the last two measures. They have a note there for you, but see the little square bracket with a 1? It's telling you to play both of those notes that bracket is encompassing with your first finger, which is the thumb. And that goes on into page 15 too. So in this piece, when you have the first note is a low G, and you go in an octave up to get the other two, go ahead and use the thumb for both. That doesn't work in every piece, but it works in this one, so what? Sure, go ahead. Who knows, could be fun. You'll get it in page 15 too. The ritardando at the end there, in the second ending, I'm going to ignore that because I'm going to play it with a metronome. And the last measure is a fermata, so instead of 3 counts, I'm going to hold that 6 counts. We have 6 notes, by the way. You see a 3 in each hand? The melody is the top note in the right hand. That's what we want to hear. Okay? You can, if you want, bring out the bottom note in the left hand a little bit because that's the bass. And next to the melody, the bass is important. It's up to you, but make sure you bring out the melody. Pedaling. Oh, gotta love the pedaling. Their pedaling here is actually pretty good. You're lifting it up when they tell you to on the third beat of that measure, and it happens throughout here. We want to hear a little break between the phrases. On page 15, it's the fourth line down, it's the last two measures. They're indicating the pedal goes all the way across. Even though you have a break in the phrasing, and I'm split here, I don't know whether to ignore their phrasing and go ahead and leave the pedal down, or make a pedal change right before the last measure so we hear a break in the phrases. You know, their way is this for the last two measures. It runs together, and a break in the phrasing would be this. You decide which way you want to do it. I don't know which way is the better way to do it. Seems to me if you're going to have the phrasing, you have a break in it. It has a first and second ending, as you can see, so we're going to play it twice, right? Right. 3/4 time, you can do the dynamics, sing it if you want to. I'm singing it. But let's try it together slowly. I'll give us 3 counts and we'll try it out. Now again, I got the metronome at 70, but hopefully you can deal with 70 okay. If not, then yeah, it's one hand at a time with me. So the right hand starts here, left hand here, foot's on the pedal. Okay. 1, ready, go. Off.